Good morning, everybody. It's June the 6th. It's day 4. It's 5 a.m. I'll give a temp a little bit later. I think it's like probably 58 degrees. It's not too bad. We stayed at Rainbow Stream Lean-To last night. I'm cooking breakfast because I'm trying to get an early start. You can see up here by 4 o'clock, by 4 a.m. you can see good enough to hike. So we're going to try to go about 17-ish miles today. So I'm just trying to get an early start. The weather's going to be okay today. It's partly cloudy. Thursday and Friday, though, it's supposed to be, or Friday and Saturday, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 70% chance of rain and then 90% chance of rain. So we're definitely going to get some rain, which shocker. I mean, it's the Appalachian Trail. It's definitely going to rain on it. But it is what it is. So I'm getting an early start, and hopefully there'll be something good to show. I'll show as much as I can. Like I say, yesterday I filmed as much as I could because there wasn't really that many good views except for the great view of Katahdin. But you're just trying to look down the whole time. I mean, if there's a good view, I'm going to show you, but other than that, I'm looking down because there's all the roots and the rocks. I mean, if you're not looking, you're going to trip and fall. It's just really, really tough to walk. But yeah, anything cool down the trail, I'll be sure to show it. Just leaving Rainbow Stream Shelter. Like I say, we're going to try to do around 18 today, which the terrain looks like shouldn't be that bad. But you can tell, I mean, it's rootskis. The other two guys, one of them's from Massachusetts and the other one's from Philly. They should be about 15 or 20 minutes behind me. But they're a couple of young kids, so they'll go by me like Flash Gordon, but it's all good. But yeah, anything cool, I'll show everybody. It's currently 62 degrees. Like I say, the videos will get better because right now I've got so much on my mind. It's kind of all running together. But Maine's absolutely gorgeous. It's just the roots, but that's part of it. Whenever I get to Monson, which is the first town right after the 100-mile wilderness, I'll be taking a zero, which basically means I'll just be taking a day off of the trail to kind of, relax and regroup to get ready for the rest of the journey. And I'm going to attach my email. I'll read the comments and stuff, but I'll also attach my email so folks can email me about questions, because I know I haven't really been explaining a whole lot. And like I say, once I get folks that know me know that once I get the blabbing, it's going to be a blab fest. So that's coming. Just currently trying to get my feet under me, which is fine. I'm not having an issue, don't get me wrong. But it's just all these dadgum roots and rocks, and you can't really video, and if you do, you look up, trip, and I just cannot have a mechanical injury out here, this far away from help. I am carrying a mini inReach 2 Garmin, which is good because the last 2 days I've not had cell service. So then that way I can message, it works off of the satellite. I can message my family to let everybody know that a Sasquatch hadn't got me yet. Also, last night, as we were sitting around the campfire, a gentleman from a small world from South Carolina, actually a Gamecock fan, all the way up here in the 100-mile wilderness, but yeah, came in and he was getting ready to complete his 6-year journey he's been section hiking the AT. So he's probably got another day or two and he'll complete his section hike of the AT, which is awesome. And I did not catch his name. I have a hard time remembering my own name. That's one of the reasons I came out here, maybe to clear the brain a little bit. But yeah, I wish him luck, and really nice gentleman. But he's getting ready either probably tomorrow or the next day. Well, depending on the weather, because tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, they're calling for rain. So I don't think they'll let you go up that hunt trail when it's raining. Not 100% sure on that, but pretty positive. And once I get into Monson, I'll try to do like what I'm carrying. And I've been trying to, for instance, this morning for breakfast, I'll heat me up a cup of water, and then I put 2 Folgers instant coffee in it, and then I throw in a breakfast essential, which is supposed to have all your vitamins, all the good stuff. Basically, it tastes like chocolate milk. And then I cold soak some oats, which I have with me right now. You just basically pour 2 little bags of Quaker oats, is what I'm using, instant oats, and then just get the water barely above them, and then it'll just rehydrate. So further on down the trail here, whenever I get ready to take a break, I'll eat some breakfast, more breakfast, because I've already figured that out here, is you cannot eat enough, for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit, and hopefully I'm out early this morning. Maybe we'll run up on a moose. Maybe a moose, maybe a bear. Haven't seen anything yet. A lot of wildlife, but nothing like that. Because like I say, I've really been trying just to concentrate on where my feet are hitting. But yeah, like I say, this is the start of day 4. No, I've already said that, but we're just easing down the trail. I think we're going, like I said earlier, we're going just about 17-ish, maybe 18. As you can see right now, the trail is absolutely perfect. Of course, you know, it is still Rootville and Rockville, but it's still beautiful. Maine's a beautiful place. Yeah, and just doing a quick health check. The inside of my right foot 100% better with the Leuco tape. But yesterday, and I'm sure with all the mud and stuff, I got a little spot, hot spot on my right heel, and then on my left foot, on the bottom left side, I've got a little hot spot as well. And of course, I've Leuco taped them up so they feel really good. And that's the thing out here. If you come out here, when you start feeling something, it's like, hey, stop, address it. You know, trust me, because it's only going to get worse. A guy I'm hiking with from Massachusetts, he's having some knee issues right now. So I gave him some vitamin I this morning, so hopefully that'll help ease the pain a little bit, and maybe he can push through it. But yeah, that was just kind of a health check, and other than that, I feel good. Didn't really sleep real well in that shelter. I'm glad I did, because I was getting ready to set my hammock up, and I was like, nah, I'll wait. And sure enough, it come a thunderstorm on us right after we had the fire built, of course. And so I was really glad I did not put my hammock up. But other than that, I guess feeling as good as you can feel to be 2,000 miles from home. And like I said before, I'm just really videoing this just for family and friends. Anybody else that wants to follow along is more than welcome. But I just wanted to document it as I went down the trail. My first goal was Katahdin, Dunsky, and now my second goal is the 100-mile wilderness, which we're working on right now. I'm not setting, you know, Springer would be sweet, but you know, I'm just doing little small goals to start with, because to me, I think you set yourself up for failure, just my opinion. You know, it's kind of like playing golf. You know, if you're concentrating on the last hole, number 18, on number 1, you're probably not going to do too good. But anyway, that was just trying to let everybody know as far as health and conditions. Even though we are in the 100-mile wilderness, there are a couple of roads that go through it that were logging roads continuing south. And on that subject, the reason, and I talked about it a little bit, that I wanted to come south is, number one, I'm from northeast Georgia, about probably 15 or 20 minutes from Blood Mountain. So I just wanted to feel like I was hiking back home instead of away from home. And I just don't really care about being at a shelter with 20 or 30 people. Of course, that'll calm down. Hang on just a second. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Now I understand why none of my buddies wanted to do it. It's just way too beautiful. But moving on, like I say, the crowds, you know, coming north and the norovirus. You know, when you're around people like that, you're way more likely to catch norovirus. And I don't know, I just wanted to experience, you know, nature without it being like Disney World. Like I say, when I signed up to come south with the AT Conservatory, I was number 180 that had registered to come south. And at that point in time, I think there was right around, and don't quote me on these numbers, but it's estimate, like 36 to 3,700 that was coming north. So that just kind of gives you an idea how many people come north versus going the way I'm going, south, SOBO. Just walking up the trail and noticed some mussel shells right in the middle of the trail. So I don't know if maybe I'm guessing a bird. Maybe ate them and then dropped them. Because I'm sure nobody's packing mussels back through here. Like I was talking about earlier the other day, I mean, you can just see all the roots. I mean, it's just a time killer. And once you go over it, boom, another one. Hey, you do. Boom. But it's part of it. At least the view's pretty. And haven't really had many good views. Really, yesterday, when we had the view of Katahdin, just hasn't been any. I know they're coming, without a doubt, when we start climbing. But I'm just kind of showing you as I go up the trail, or down the trail, what I'm seeing. Just wanted to give an update on day 4. I'm about 2 hours in, and I've already walked 4.5 miles, which is really good up here in Maine. Whew, you can hear it. But yeah, I've walked about 4.5 miles. I really like starting out early. You know, you might sneak up on some wildlife. I don't know, it's just cooler. The woods are coming alive. But yeah. Come out to just an amazing view. It doesn't even look real. Just climbed 1,600 feet. And this viewpoint was 200 feet off trail. And I thought I would come out and show everyone, because it's partly cloudy today. And then Friday and Saturday's pretty much gonna be awash. We can still see Katahdin. What a beautiful view. Just an update. It's 10 o'clock. 71 degrees. Walked 7.1 miles so far, which is pretty good. Hopefully, I'm sure not in Maine and New Hampshire, but if I could make it off the other side of Moosalop, maybe then I can start doing 10 by 10s, which means 10 miles by 10 o'clock. I just got to start early, and then that way in the afternoon I can kind of, you know, put it in cruise control and not have to be in such a hurry. Yeah, just made it to Wadi Lee Stream Lean-To. Gonna have a little lunch and then ease on down the trail. There's a good look at the shelter for the end of day 4. We've actually got us a good fire going. Okay, just wanted to do a wrap up for day 4. I had on my GPS about 17 miles. We made it to Naha Pakanta, and I'm sure I'm butchering the name. It's an Indian name, and I apologize for the mispronouncing it. But anyway, tomorrow for day 5, we're gonna get an early start. We're going to Cooper Brooks Falls Lean-To. It's about 16 miles. But yeah, this is a wrap to day 4. And so far I want to say we're right around 43 miles into the 100-mile wilderness. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it, and stick around and follow, and more to come.